Timers, welcome to Drive Time with Alec. I'm your host, Alec. How you guys doing today? Because I'm doing friggin' awesome. And it's just because, I know you think it's because of the mustache. And that's only a slight reason, because it is looking better every single day. And I appreciate the compliments and love about that. And welcome to the show today. Or the non-show, or the anti-show, or whatever the hell this is, welcome. Whatever you're doing, I'm glad you're tuning in. Got a couple new subscribers. Thank you guys. Remember, I get to 50, and we're going crazy on drive time. I've got the whole thing planned out. So we're at 21 right now, I think. So thank you, and get to 50 with me, and we're just going to go nuts. I have a special drive time for that day. It's going to blow your mind. Like literally, like just boo, explosion out of the back of your head. So be ready, and get plastic bags or something, because that gets messy. I'm not messing around. All right. Had an epiphany last night, a vision, if you will. And I will. And so will you right now, and here it is. So get ready. I believe there are only two types of actions in the world. All right? So stay with me on this one. Your actions are either contributing, and we'll define that a little bit in a second, or they are consuming/detracting. Okay? You with me on those two things? Contributing, consuming, detracting. All right? So think about it, right? You're in the workforce. You're in there. You're sitting in your desk. You're working away. If you're at a standing desk like me, I have a standing desk. Goes up and down. Freaking awesome. Get a standing desk. They're so worth it. But if you are like me and you're sitting in a workforce area, then you are either contributing to your production, to the environment. You're building it up. You're encouraging people. You're encouraging those around. You're a positive influence. And you are what I'm going to call a contributor in those actions, or you are a detractor or a consumer, in which case you're either sitting there watching YouTube or on Facebook, or you're at the water cooler talking about your life, or you're bagging on somebody or tearing something down or just being generally negative, right? So those are really the two actions, and I don't think, and I'm going to challenge you guys right now, I do not think there actually is such a thing as a neutral non-event action. Don't think that's true. I think there can be both, right? You can be producing so much that you are detracting from other people. You can be like taking their business, but I don't think there's neutral ever. I don't think there's just straight even non-event. So let's even make it more simplistic, right? Let's leave the workforce. Let's go really simple. Lunch today, right? Did you contribute to your health and fitness, or did you detract? Right? I know you're like, oh no. Yep, every single thing you do contributes or detracts in some way. It's either helping you, and by helping you I mean pushing you towards goals that one side of you probably wants, or it's hurting you, and it's causing an instant response. It's causing you to get fatter or more unhealthy, or whatever the real, let's use the right language here, right? Whatever we want. It is dark. Is it dark? Woo! It's still kind of dark, but we're gonna just go with it because the sun's where it is, and you just do it, right? Like sun, whatever. So think about that. Are you contributing in the things you do in your life, or are you consuming and detracting? And consuming, and detracting are almost the same word. I'm using them in the same way, right? Like, think about you go home after work. What do? You frickin' consume, right? You sit down, you crack open a beer, you turn on the TV, you grab some chips or some other bullshit food, and you just consume. Just frickin' car shaking, and you're consuming, and that's all you're doing, right? And you're not contributing at all. You're doing nothing except sitting and consuming. So, is that who you want to be? Right? Because it's potentially who you are. I think a full life, a rich life, guys, a really rich and vibrant and powerful life is spent in contribution to the world. And it doesn't mean in some massive grand scale, like I'm contributing by ending poverty or, world hunger. You can contribute by just bettering your family life, by being a better father or a better husband or a better significant other, or about being a better son or daughter or grandchild. I mean, you can contribute to the world in ways that don't have to be grandiose and ridiculous, but meaningful and powerful nonetheless. And so that's my thing to you. I think the most worthwhile lives, I think your life can have the depth of meaning you want it to, the depth of purpose and light and passion, if it's spent in contribution and not in consumption and detraction. All right, I think consumption is just like the step right before detraction where you're actually going to destroy or hurt something. Consumption's that kind of self-hurt, that suck that you do to yourself when you could be spent in contribution to your ideas, your passion, your loved ones, your family, your work. I mean, the list goes on and on, right? Your health and fitness. So that's my thing today, guys. And I really think if you think there's a neutral event, or you think there's a way to exist that you don't do contract or you don't detract or contribute, I want to hear it. I think there is not a way. I think it's a freaking fence, and there is one side or the other. You're not on top of it. So let me know your thoughts, and let me take something away from this. I hope that goes in, and you're like, okay, yes, I get it. And think about what you do, and how much time you waste just consuming garbage, not just in food, but in just media and social input and all this stuff, guys. You're worth more than that, right? I think you are. So that's it for today, guys. That's everything I got. Contribute. Stand up and have a life full of contribution to the world, to others, to your loved ones, to yourself. That's it, guys. Go with it. Woo!